Yo, this is your man Richard Rich. I'm so glad to see you today. Welcome to another edition of the Thinking Club series. Well, today I want us to talk about thinking as a science and not spiritual. So, thinking is science and not spiritual. That's what I want you to get straight. You see, thinking is a mental activity for every man or woman of thought. So, if you're a man and you're not thinking, you are failed in life. If you're a woman and you're not thinking, you fail in life. For any man or woman who's not thinking to get results, it's not free to live. Are you really thinking at all to get results? When was the last time you spent quality time for yourself to think, to bring out better results for people to appreciate you in society? All great men in society are appreciated because of their thinking capacity. Are you using your thinking capacity? In my book, The Thinking Club, I made it clear that men and women of thought who make change in society are those that get honored, are those that get appreciated, are those that get applauded in society. So if you are not being appreciated or applauded in society, then you must check your thinking. Are you a thinker? I want you to bet on yourself. Bet on yourself to think to make a change in your life. You see, you can think. Any man or any being on this earth can make thinking his habit. Any man can think. It is just that sometimes we place our sustenance needs, what we saw, our survival needs ahead of our thinking needs. You must create time to think. Make time for your thinking capacity. About 98% of the population do not think. They just rely on the 2% of the population to survive. So the 2% are the people that create, innovate, invent. They are the people that are controlling the world. They are the people that are shaping the world. The 98% depends or rely on that which the 2% has created or invented, and they move with it. I want you to be a thinker and be part of the 2%. Albert Einstein was a thinker. Leonardo da Vinci was a thinker. Charles Darwin was a thinker. Bob Proctor is a thinker. Stephen Hawking was a thinker. Andrew Carnegie was a thinker. John D. Rockefeller was a thinker. There are so many great people who use their thinking capacity to change the world. Are you ready to change the world? See thinking as a science and not spiritual. If you are so religious and you think that you have prayed or you are expecting a miracle or breakthrough, it's not going to come. That miracle or breakthrough will only come when you start to think towards that which you have prayed. So you must let thinking be your habit. If you want to rely on solely on your prayers, on your religiosity, and say that, well, I've prayed so everything is going to work for me, or I've received a word of motivation from my pastor so everything is going to work for me, you are wrong. You have to think about that which you have prayed about. Think about how to make it happen. Think about how to make that change. Think about how to construct that which you have prayed about. You must think. Thinking is a science and not spiritual. Now, nature becomes so beautiful when you start to think. God becomes so happy when you start to use your thinking capacity. You see, thinking is manipulation of information in your subconscious mind. That which your senses grabs and that which you spend time with your subconscious mind to manipulate upon is what we call thinking to get results. If you are not thinking to get results, you are failed in life. You see, men and women in society, those who get respected, honored, applauded in society, are those that think. So if you're not thinking, forget about being applauded or rewarded in society. If you want to be rewarded in society, then you have to think. If you are not thinking, then that means you are failed in life. Get this straight. Don't get it twisted. You see, this is science. This is not magic or spiritual. I'm talking about pure science. I'm talking about using science, practicality to get results in your life, to get results in your business, to get results in your relationship, to get results in your family. You must think in your family. You must think in your business. You must think in your relationship. Think in everywhere you find yourself to bring a change. You can think to get results. You must be that thinker that your family is waiting for. Get it straight. You can make things happen. You are a man of thought. You are a woman of thought. You can let your thinking capacity lead you. You must start to think and get things done. Now, Albert Einstein said this years ago, and as I quote, we cannot solve our problems with the same thinking we used in creating them. I repeat again, we cannot solve our problems with the same thinking we used in creating them. This is Einstein talking. Listen, Einstein wants you to understand that in order for you to be able to change your problem or solve your problem, you must get away with your established patterns or your paradigms in your subconscious mind. You see, paradigms are a set of informations in your subconscious mind. That's what you have gathered right from your infancy. Einstein wants you to get rid of the established patterns in your subconscious mind and to be able to bring a change in your life. Get this straight. This is science. Now, let's get into how you can think to get results. Now, before you can think to get results, you must know your problem, the problem that you are in with, and be able to form concepts or ideas about the problem. You see, that which you want to get results out of, that you have in your mind to solve, you must form concepts or ideas about it. You see, ideas are theories that you can come out with to solve your problem. But bear in mind, any idea that you have comes with problem. So, in order for you to think about that which you have in mind to get results out of, you must form concepts or ideas about it. Now, after forming these ideas through theories or through research and a whole lot of work that you've done around it, you must know that the ideas or the concept that you have formed will come with problem. And you must understand that you need to solve the problem. So you have to engage the problem. In order to solve the problem, you need to engage the problem. Engaging the problem simply by pushing yourself under a thinking questions. So, how am I going to solve this? What is this problem about? Where from this problem? What can I do to make a change about this problem? These are the questions of thinking that you need to use to solve your problem, to engage the problem. Now, after engaging the problem, you need to reason. You see, reasoning is a mental activity. It's mental exercise that you need to apply to get rid of the problem. So you have to reason through to see where the flaws are, what you need to add, what you need to bring on board. If you need to consult or seek more permissions from people, you need to research more, then you have to reason about the problem, about that which you have in mind. And get so all these things are about thinking, think to reason through the problem. Now, the final point is that you have to make decisions. You have to make decisions. Now, before you can make decisions, you have to be disciplined. You see, discipline simply is by setting a command for yourself and following it. So, before you can make a decision, you must be disciplined. So, you must make a decision out of the problem that you have engaged, out of the reasoning that you have brought on board of the problem. So you must make this decision. And the decision is the results that you get. The decision is whether for you to go with what you have in mind or not. Whether if you are ready to bring it on board or not. So the decision that you make through the thinking will bring the results, and the results will reflect what you have here. This is how to get into it. This is what makes science. This is what makes thinking a science and not spiritual or magic. Get it straight. You must spend some quality time to think. You were created to think. You were created to use your thinking faculty. You were created to use your thinking capacity. Do not let it go waste. You can make this happen. You can do it. God created you to think. And you have to start to think and see thinking as a science. Take it through the systematic process. Don't just say that, oh, it's going to happen to me. It just happened. You must spend time to think. Men and women in society who get honored spend quality time to think. You must think about your vision. You must think about your goal. You must think about your resolutions. You must think about your business. You must think, spend quality time, meditate on the problem, meditate on the goal. You must think. A lot of time, many people I meet, they tell me that they are thinking, but they are not getting results. And I tell them this, they are not thinking. They are just battling with mental activities. Because you see, if you are thinking, you will get results. Because thinking gets results. Thinking gets results. You see, this is a mobile phone. Someone invented this or someone created this out of thinking. The software on the phone is out of thinking. The cover of this phone is out of thinking. Everything around you is out of thinking. My shirt that I'm wearing is out of thinking. Are you thinking to bring a change in society? You must think to bring a change in wherever you find yourself. This is why I bring today's session to an end. Follow me on my YouTube channel, like and subscribe, and get more insights, and let's interact to make a change. See you some other time. Bye.